Hey Internet YouTube, what's going on? It's Shimmy back from The Shimmy Show. Today I'm about to do a little pre-roll for my actual work I'm doing on the laptop here for the my world famous Indian Girls project. And I wanted to bring up a very hard to find answer to question here about Native American people. Those of you who don't know by now, I'm the one and only Shimmy. Sawadika, welcome, Shimmy from The Shimmy Show. I also happen to own a slightly so-so mediocre, used to be popular kind of site called Indian Girls back on the internet, on the adult web. I'm not going to include any pictures or videos from it, as this is a family-friendly YouTube channel and whatnot, but I want to pose a political, ideological question, maybe even a genetic question, and ask this to the world for the comment section below. Please, even if you don't like or subscribe, please leave a comment on this if you have some inputs. I have a theory that Native American Indian people are Asian genetically, and I think I have quite a bit of proof. Now let me turn this camera around real quick here, okay? See this? Okay. I am living in Asia for quite some time, okay? I don't know if you can tell, but that's just like a Asian apartment, condominium, whatever, in Southeast Asia. I've been going back and forth for the last 5 or 6 years, actually. And, I've just decided to make it my home here. But I can't help but notice that the people here, they look strikingly similar to the Native American Indian people I have known in Canada, where I've lived for 6 or 7 years. I'm a Canadian permanent resident. Canada, there's quite a bit of Native people there. I've worked at an Indian reservation in Minnesota, the Grand Portage Chippewa Band. I was their government grant lead accountant for 2 years, as well as doing their casino work, C-store work, security work. So I know Native American Indian people quite well. They're cool. I got a lot of friends, enemies, and whatnot, but I am known in the community, right? I am Shimmy from The Shimmy Show, from Indian Girls, and a bunch of other sites, so fucking look me up. I'm fairly credible and official, and I have really nothing to prove to you motherfuckers, really. So, as I'm here in Asia, it's like I can't help but notice the striking similarities in Native people. When I first went to Thunder Bay, Ontario, and I saw like Native people in mass as an American, as a Black American coming from the west coast of East Oakland, California, to the South, Orlando, Florida, and then going up north to Canada, I had never really seen Native people in mass, whereas in Canada, they're a significant portion of the population. You know what I'm saying? When I first saw them, I thought they were Thai people. I thought they were Filipino or Southeast Asian because they were basically slim build, shiny black hair. Many of them actually lacked the fold in the eyelid that many Asians here, like one key difference in Asian people is they tend to lack this fold above their eyelid, right? It's a popular surgery here. They want to get it to look more westernized or some shit. I think it's cool when they have a single mono eyelid, actually. But anyway, the facial features, the nose, the slender build, the hairless body. I have a lot of hair. I have a lot of like East African / Caucasian, Mediterranean, Semitic traits. You know what I'm saying? Got a little bit of Jew in me and all that shit. So I am definitely not too Asian. And I can definitely distinguish facial features and body features which are different than mine. I took anthropology in college, and they told me there are really only 3 types of people on the planet. There's Caucasoids, Negroids, and Mongoloids, and everyone else is kind of like a hybridization of this or whatever, right? Like the 3 primary colors, red, blue, and yellow, I think, can mix to form everything, right? So basically, that's where I'm coming from here. So this isn't meant to... I'm not here trying to like incite any anger, hate, or hostility and things. I just want to bring some factual things to the forefront here. My question to Native people who are watching this video, why is it that you do not acknowledge your Asian heritages? Why is it that I'm having to turn to like Japanese movies and video games and other cultural things here to see the connection to their roots, you know? Much in the same way that black people, you know, I'm like half black Ethiopian myself, a big part of my black family in the States, they really want to disacknowledge their African roots, like as if they fell from the sky too, when in actuality they're from West Africa, Senegal, and my father, he's from East Africa, Ethiopia. So I'm kind of like I'm a hybridized motherfucker myself. I'm one to talk. I'm a half-breed myself, okay? So fuck with me on that. And my kids are half-breeds, quarter-breeds, and everything else. You know what I'm saying? Talk to my son, he's sleeping next door right now. So it's like, cry me a river, really. Everyone is a different shade, flavor of monkey, no matter how you hack it or whatever, right? But I never ever seen Native American people in America or Canada acknowledge anything remotely about Asian culture, Japanese culture, Southeast Asian culture, or anything. They want to do their own thing. Ironically, here in Thailand, you know, I see people with dream catchers everywhere. If you don't know what a dream catcher is, I don't have one at the house here. No reason for me to have one. I guess I should, being Mr. fucking Indian girls and all that. But I mean, yeah, they have dream catchers here. There are fucking, I swear to fuck, there's teepees, Indian heads, and all sorts of like wooden artwork. And I mean, their presence is very, I mean, it's something to be proud of, actually, I think. I think personally, if speaking for myself here, if I were born native, which I am not, I would definitely be proud of my Asian heritage and lineage. You know, and I don't understand why they don't fuck with it. I'm proud of my African whatever it is, makes me who I am. I'm a fast runner. You can't catch me. Can't outrun an Ethiopian. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, acknowledge who you are, man. If not, I'm going to do it for you. And I'm definitely going to bring this shit to the forefront if I'm the motherfucking guy, if I'm that nigga on the side or whatever who basically fucks all the native chicks, quote unquote, as people say. So those of you who do follow the Indian Girls Project and channel, stay tuned to it. Haters, stay tuned. I'm looking forward to all this good stuff, and I'm looking forward to doing some good roasts and some more good uploads, and watch and see and compare and contrast, and I will show you side by side split screen views of so-called Native Americans and real, quote unquote, real Asians from Asia here. And dude, they're like 85% the same people, really. So what does this mean? What kind of impact would this have on the Native communities back in America and back in Canada? Does that mean that perhaps, say, Southeast Asians and Japanese can start claiming Native American benefits? Or maybe that would nullify and void Native American benefits if they were proven to be Asian. No one's ever brought this up or thought of this or whatever. I don't, and I only bring this up because living in Canada so long, I used to often hear the non-native residents of Canada just complaining about the entitlement programs and the free money, and even in America, there's a program I recently blogged about called 18 Money in Wisconsin, actually, in the area I was from, in northern Minnesota area, the Great Lakes region. You know, there's the Ho-Chunk tribe, for instance. They at a particular time were giving $200,000 to every native person that basically graduated high school and turned 18 years old. 200,000 American dollars. I'm like, wow, that's a considerable amount of money for just being born. I mean, perhaps if I would have been given or granted 200,000 American dollars and I graduated with a 3.8 GPA or whatever, just for being born Ethiopian, then maybe perhaps I wouldn't become an internet pornographer. You know, maybe I wouldn't have to run a porn site. I'd open up a donut shop or something to that effect. Maybe I'd still do porn. I don't know. It is quite lucrative and it pays my bills and this and that, but it gives me other options, you know what I'm saying, in life. I've always been entrepreneurial or whatever, but I'm just saying, when you start life out with basically a handicap cheat code that enables you to basically at least not be homeless or have some assets or something to start off and give you a positive push in life, versus either being in debt or underwater or having, you know, you've got all, everyone's got family and this and that to support and this and that. But I mean, wow, starting life with 200 stacks at 18 years old seems quite the, how do they say, just the shit, for lack of a better word, man. I'm not hating. I'm all for people getting paid, but I think that everyone should get paid. You know what I'm saying? Otherwise, it's not fair. It fosters resentment. It fosters shit, And I don't really want to hear the argument that, it's their land first and we were here first and this and that, especially if I have literally living proof here that I know many girls here in Thailand who look just like Native American Indian girls. One of my massage girls looks identical to the goddamn girl on the site who happens to be Ojibwe. What are the coincidences or odds of this? You know what I'm saying? Let's do a side-by-side comparison. You're going to look at some of the Asians here, which I've done some videos with, and some of the Native American girls, which I've also done videos with. And we're going to do the split screen. You guys can be the judge. And you tell me who is the real Indian, or where are Native American Indians from? Or where do they originate? Not where they're at right now. Where did they originate? What are their roots? And is this all like a really big scam? I don't know. Then lastly, some people, my mother in particular, and some other people in my family have these theories that I might be part Native American myself. I personally, I cannot verify this, but I think the answer is no, just for the simple fact that I'm a very hairy person, body hair, basically it's like a Caucasian kind of trait, really. There's one other thing you might notice about most Black Americans. They don't have any body hair. Generally, the darker your skin is, darker skinned people generally do not have body hair. It just don't happen. Motherfucker, I got hairy ass legs. You know what I'm saying? I am what I am. We have no control over our genetic features or whatever, but I'm just saying, for those of you that think that I'm Native American, nah. I like fucking them, but it is what it is. I like fucking Asian chicks and all chicks. My tagline has always been Dominicans, Jews, Navajos, Sioux, whatever. You could get my videos in Dominican Republic, Costa Rica, Canada, America, Philippines, here. I don't really give a fuck, actually. Pussy is pussy, actually. So, yeah, definitely not a racist. Don't discriminate. That means I don't consider Native people to be like any more special than the next. Maybe that's why they dig me. I don't know. But, I do realize this may cause a lot of social upheaval, especially in the United States of America, where there are many, many, many entitlement programs specifically earmarked just for Native American people. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it runs in the hundreds of millions, if not billions of dollars, just many of these programs. One of them in particular, they spend a lot of resources on following me, of all people. Maybe I'm a threat to their fucking enterprise or their whole mission statement or whatever, but I'm obviously not a threat here in Southeast Asia in my condo. You guys can come here if you want to. It's a long motherfucking way down to the pool, just letting you know that. You know what I'm saying? But really though, it is what it is. I'm not the problem, but the movies are going to continue. The site's going to continue, and I'm going to keep throwing this shit up there because it's my project and it's how I feed myself and my family, my kids, and it's my thing. It's my baby, man. So ain't letting nobody crush it, take it over, this, that, and the other. If you don't like it, that's too bad. You know what I'm saying? It's just a fucking movie, like I say. It's like, I'm not willing to go to war over it or anything like that, but if you guys want to take me offline, or if you want to take my sites down or whatever, all you got to do is pay me off, If you guys can afford to give 200 stacks to a kid graduating high school, fuck it. I mean, you got the resources. If you got the resources to hire all these Black people and fucking weird-ass Asian hookers to follow me around airports and trap and stalk and do this gang stalking thing for me because you don't like what I have to say, well, that's too bad. You could easily just pay me off. You guys are welcome to buy the motherfucking site at any time. You can buy my movie library. I'll stop doing these uploads if motherfuckers pay me off, but until that day comes, continue uploading. Expect more of the same, and at a faster rate is all that I can tell you guys or whatever, because this is my bread and butter, and no one takes away my bread and butter, not without a motherfucking fight. So believe that, you know what I'm saying? This is Shimmy from The Shimmy Show, about to get to work and do some uploads and prove my point here that Native Americans are Asians. You've been watching Indian Girls. Thank you very much for your time. Goodbye.